family. So this is our weekend war at Skyfire against Lord Ganesh. We have 15 flags, and oh, that's us. We have 20. Okay, so I'm doing a re-recording because when I recorded it the first time, I really wasn't feeling all that great. If you saw from the thumbnail, I actually did a lot better than anticipated. So there's 6 hours left, and I actually went on to the war board and saw that this was the only team left. I started recording after I saw that one of my previous alliance members tried it out. So I don't recall. I think I went with a nature team, and I don't remember the outcome. Oh, I think this one I did win. So I went with my heavy nature hitters. We have Evelyn on the left with the elemental defense down against nature. Quinnell, who's the hit 3, and the more her special goes off, she increases attack power. Tune Elkinen. I have Dark Lord just for a snipe. And you see here, I'm just checking out all these dang moths. And then we have Ariel. Oh, I guess I didn't go with him. I can't remember who I went with. I think it was... Okay. Okay, that seems a little bit more familiar. So Ariel for the cleanse. And usually when I select a dragon, I try to stick with the gosh, I'm trying to remember. It's so funny when you're trying to remember things off the top of your head, you can't. Oh, I went with the class bonus. That one's, well, I don't even remember now. Oh, it was a wizard, and so is Li Shu. So Li Shu was to dispel and to silence. But I think she was killed off first, and I finished it off with the rest of them. I was mainly using that lane on the right as a ghosting lane. So let's see here. I think I take out the center one very early. I don't like that passive from the moths because Li Shu was silenced and I just couldn't get her up. And Ariel, I just wasn't getting the ice tiles in order to... I think you can cleanse all that. But as you can see, it's mainly holy and fire tiles. But I don't think I noticed that if you're asleep, you don't gain mana. I mean, I think about that now in hindsight, but I wasn't thinking about it while I was playing. And I think this is what killed her right here. Yeah. Because of Mayat's passive. So let's just say I won this one. Well, I mean, it's already pretty obvious at this point. And I was really disappointed by the end of this battle. Not because of the battle itself, it's because what happens afterwards. I honestly don't think I would have done that well without a ghosting lane. And you could see here, Ariel is put to sleep. I find it so crazy how strong these hits are. But I think it's, I can't remember the team power. And I'm really going to look up, oh, there it is, 8,500. So while I was fighting, this one came up, and I was thinking to myself, this is going to suck. I figured that it would take me at least 3 attempts to clear it up. But spoiler alert, just watch. I'm not going to say anything. And I don't recall the team that I chose. Oh, I think it was a dark team well, we'll just have to wait and see because I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm basically right now already, I'm already letting my other team member know, the one that's right there. She tried that other team and she couldn't take them out. And so I was hoping for the flip after doing that. And that's happened before in the past. You take out a team thinking you're going to get the flip, and then another team regenerates while you're in the middle of battle. That sucks. But I think I did go with my best dark players. Yeah, I did. And I always try to give Domisha the highest troop so she can go off first, followed by Medea. At some point, I would really like to get another level 23 mana troop. But I don't know if I have all the resources for that. And I don't think this right here is my final selection. And by the way, I was playing extremely fast. I think I did choose Richard here. No, I don't think I did. Wait, I think I did. Well, we'll have to wait around and see. Because right here is not my final selection. I think Darkfeather is, though. I think the darks stay there. By the way, I'm really happy with Medea. She was one of the heroes that I had placed in the polls, and she won by a large margin. She was most likely my choice, but I usually allow the people who vote to just select the one, even though I have a preference. Whichever one they choose is the one I go with. And it's not because I'm indecisive. It's because I like the interaction with my subscribers. I think this is my final selection. I took 2 healers because I knew that I needed the cleanse for all of the ailments. And I'm looking at the cards very briefly. I don't know if this is what I went with. We'll just have to wait around and see. Oh, I guess I did. I usually don't use Revna for this team. I usually have her with already. I have her already with my own team, and I know why I chose to put her in there, because I didn't want to follow the same scheme as they did. The color scheme: darks, holy, and ice, and I think that's why I changed Revna out. And then on top of that, I wanted to reflect all the elements. So my main goal is to get the darks up first. And I think with this one, I do it. And she hits right here, Darkfeather, which I really didn't want to make too many matches in order to get him to heal someone else. But I think at some point it was inevitable. Spoiler alert, I don't come out victorious on this one. However, I do make a surprising dent. I was trying to avoid that goo little scholar witch, but I don't think there was a way for me to make a match without hitting it. I'm pretty sure that's the match that I made. Yep. And I think my next match are those. Are the ones in the middle of the fire tiles. I think Revna gets killed here. Oh no. Oh, so I think I remember what happens here. For a while, Revna and Richard are the only ones that are on the battlefield at some point. And I go pretty far with both of them. But I think the tragedy was losing Domisha. Yeah. And then look at the board. It's pretty locked from my darks. But I think I mainly focus on keeping Richard leveled up. At some point, they end up. I believe Revna is the one that gets killed first. For a while, that little scholar right there, the purple scholar, I don't even know what to call him. Gurik or whatever the hell, or Gooby or Gurific or a Goober or Goo Goo. I don't know what the name is. There's so many damn heroes in the game. It's really hard to keep track of all of them. Although I do like the mechanic of that slime minion there. And have you noticed that they increased the size of the dragon in Skyfire, and they also make them wiggle a little bit, like they're anxiously waiting to be used? It's an interesting detail. Yeah, this one keeps going after Revna until he finally kills her. See, look at this. Yep. Oh no, wait, not he. She doesn't get killed yet. I'm actually thinking Richard does. I don't remember which match I do, because it doesn't matter. This one's going to charge anyway, so I think I just chose to do that to see what will come of it. Yep, they just love taking out the healers. They're just so fixated on the healers. And at this point, it's just kind of crappy tiles. Although I think I do manage to get Richard going off another time, because I do think that I killed this one right here. Stop. I don't know why I keep talking to it. This is stuff that has already happened. I think that attack down is what really helped me to get through all of this. And this part was unfortunate because I was so close. I think that I knew at this point I wasn't going to make it. But hey, I don't remember the team power difference. It had to have been, and I'm not going to rewind it because otherwise I'll mess up this video. But it was pretty much such a large margin that I was actually shocked that I took out that many of them. I think it was at least a 2-power team difference. So this to me solidifies that you don't have to have the greatest heroes and you don't have to have them double limit broken. You do need a good board, and color stacking really add to, they've kind of they become beneficial if you can have some strategic plays, and if you color stack, and just be mindful about the attacks that you have in a good team synergy. So as you can tell through my roster, I haven't double limit broken any of them, and I really don't plan to. I just have too many heroes to catch up with. And I have a very limited roster of fully leveled up legendary heroes. And right now, I'm currently working on all the Toon costumes, all the Toon versions. I think I'm working on Horgo. Yeah, I know. Horgo's kind of, to everyone, he's trash. However, I still want to level up his costumes anyway. So that way, if I do happen to get his Toon, I'm going to use him in the fast rush attacks. Now, I got a really good board here. I have, of course, we have Reese for the cleanse. I have right here June to, I probably could have gone for a sniper, but I think that's why I chose June, because I didn't have a holy sniper. And that's what Hansel is there for the mana control. I have, gosh, what's her name? Mene, because she adds that buff blocking. So whenever one of these chests try to close, it'll take damage. And of course I have Wukong for the increased attack damage. And I did that rather quickly. I was actually pretty shocked. Because sometimes you can lose on a cleanup, and it's very embarrassing when you do. So you can't really go into a cleanup thinking you're cocky, and you get a little bit careless. You have to really go in there really focusing on utilizing your ghosting lanes. And I think it's best not to pour tiles. I know it's very tempting to pour tiles into the opponent, but you want to make sure that their mana generates as slow as possible, so that gives you time to practice your own strategies. And once you get all of your heroes ready to go, you just go in for attack. All right, so enough about that one. I think this is flag number 4. And I'm just making all the comparisons to the scores. That the 8500s I avoided because I wanted the points, and I didn't want to go up against a opponent that I knew I really wasn't going to have a chance to come out victorious. I think I got the Faithy one, and I think I took that one on. And I'm pretty sure I went with my infamous fire team for sure. I think this is you could tell I'm studying a lot, so I'm actually salivating to go against them. So let's see here. I think I took my Brimstone team. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I did, because this already happened. And I used to have, Elizabeth here, but she's kind of falling off. If I were to get her costume, I think I would put her back in here, and I would rotate between her and the little showing off rabbit, the Gushy rabbit, Gushy rabbit, Zhao Tu, because I like having a sniper here. Well, although I have Udeus, I like trading her out and Elizabeth. But this is pretty much a solid set team. And if I need the boosted health versus the cleanse and dispel, I'll trade out Annabelle for Richard if I prefer the cleanse. And I don't need anything to dispel. I took Annabelle because of Guardian Kong's Ice Reflect, which actually, now that come to think of it, I don't have any ice heroes, so it wouldn't have really been a problem. But I did need a cleanse from, I think, all the 4 on the left. Needless to say, I came out victorious here too. Look at that. How could I not win with the amount of ice tiles, fire tiles that they give me? So I had to really figure out how to utilize the tiles I had on board, and they pretty much gave me that diamond, which I think sealed the deal at that point. And it has happened in the past before that I had a good starting board and I fumbled it, and I end up losing because of my overconfidence. So it's good to be confident, but you also don't want that to blind you from good moves. And also, you don't really want to come into a position like I did, where I used up all of my available tiles. Well, technically they're shields, and then you really have nothing later on. But needless to say, he died from whatever he died from. Okay, so that was flag number 4. I'm just doing a pun on words right here. I'm being kind of silly. Buried buzzing. And this is Finished Faithy. And it goes on and on like this. And at some point you just have to have a little bit of fun with the game. So now I'm deciding who I'm going to go against with my 5th flag, and I think I chose this one. She has a reflect, so I was considering someone that can dispel that. I think there are not too many threats on here, because none of them really apply any ailments to your team. So I don't think I went with the cleanse. If I did, I would have gone with the Lassie, because she cleanses with her passive. So I don't think I did that. I believe that I brought Frida here. No, this is not permanent right here. I use a Lassie somewhere else. So this is not permanent. Shazy Jing I kept in there for the Dispel. Because the counterattack that chick does, the one in the center, the tank, she does it for 3. Kiro stays in there. I think Thorn does too. Shazy Jing. And I go with another. I think I said Frida. I think I did go with Frida. This 5th position goes to someone that's further down. I'll give you a clue. It's actually a similar hero to one that they have on the opponent's defense team. Let's see if you can figure out who it is. Nope. Yes. And again, when I choose the dragons, I base it on the spirit class, because for me, I like to have 3 hero colors and a 4th color for our dragon, so I could at least have someone powered up. I like to have as many colors as possible because that increases your probabilities of getting someone set off. I don't think I went with the Lassie here. I think I changed her out. Let's see. I don't recall keeping her here. I was pretty sure I used her for the following team. So let's see here. I could be wrong. Yeah, you see? I took her out. Oh, I thought I went with Frida. But I think I didn't because I had Shazy Jing as a Dispel. And I think she's the only one that I needed. Okay. I won this one too. It wouldn't look that way because they don't really start me off with a lot of ice tiles. I get my second match with that vertical blues right there. And I think Shazy Jing is the first one that I charged up. And I kind of have her saved for, look at all those nature tiles. It's so horrendous when the game does that. But I think it's programmed to do that. If you really pay attention to other matches or events in the game, if you take a specific color, the board will always be filled with colors of heroes. Okay, okay, so I'm trying to say that I've noticed that, let's say if you pick a certain color synergy for your attack team, well, I've noticed that the board will be filled with colors that don't match the heroes that you have. Okay, that sounds better. And that's one of the reasons why I pick a 4th color for the dragon, because at least 80% of the colors will be usable. Instead of going for an all color team and you only have 20% of the tiles in your favor. I think I might have mentioned that before, and it doesn't hurt to mention it again. I think that Harry Potter lookalike, he gets, I think he dies from the poison damage. Okay, cool. I've been saying this, but I plan to, at some point, limit break Roofing and Nurgib. A very useful hero. Okay. Was that flag number 5? Or yeah, that was flag number 5. And I forget which one I go up against for flag number 6. But this is, I take my Guardian Gazelle team. Okay, I do have the volume. I'm going to have to listen to it to see if the volume is good on the video. I'd hate for that to not be the case, because I have to go and re-record all over again, and I really am not looking forward to doing that. I'm just having fun here. I don't normally type this slow. I just didn't really know what I was going to say. Now I realize why I have the volume down is so my voice will overshadow the previous video. Okay. That was not needed, Mr. Brown. But I think I had that for the expectation that you guys would be reading that. I think this is a team. Yep, this is a team that I chose. So I really needed to focus on a dispel. And my main focus was to take out Carta and Xenius, because Xenius can really be a pain in the rear exterior. So I do go with my Guardian Gazelle team. I think this is pretty much what I'm going to take. Let's just see right here. I'm just kind of getting a good idea of what I want to do. And I do add a 4-star here. I think I don't even remember which dragon I went with. I might have just chosen everything there. Don't be fooled, I didn't choose this opponent. I saw those 8,500, I was like, hell nah. I wanted to actually win. So the idea here is for Guardian. Actually, I prefer Leonidas to go first. So that's why I always give him the level 23 troop. I probably should have it a different way. I don't give Chow I gave him that troop because he's already fast. I chose a dragon because it was, I believe it was a barbarian or a wizard. I don't remember. I have a Lassie for the cleanse. I have Marjana to dispel with tiles. And of course, we have Guardian Gazelle for the increased attack. Leonidas for the elemental defense down. And Chow to hit after the 3 that... I just said his name too. Leonidas inflicted the elemental defense down onto. So I was a little bummed out that those ice matches hit that one in the center, but I thought it would have charged her, but it didn't. So I go for the center 3. I use that with the Holies as a ghosting lane, and I believe that I took out the right side. Oh, never mind. It's like, don't listen to what I said, listen to what I'm saying. Xenius I was so scared of Xenius. I didn't expect that, but I was excited as hell, even in my sickly manner. Okay. I was very surprised on how quickly I won here. I thought it would have taken a little bit longer. And Guardian Gazelle, which is a brilliant hero, really increased the attacks and the tile damage. So she's like, to me, one of the best support heroes. And you can tell I always use the costume. So yeah, technically, what is this? 5 out of 6 because one of them was a clean. And I always consider a clean a success. If you won that battle, then it's a success. It's a success. Okay, so let's see here. I know that part was unnecessary, but I just needed to include it in. So let's go see. I was actually stoked that I got the top spot in my alliance. It's really so hard for me to get first place, especially when a lot of my alliance members have a way better roster than I do. So I think at this point I was only attacked once. All right, family. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Well, actually, the weekend's already over. At this point, it's going into Monday. Okay? You guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, and I mean it, family. I will stop the video there.